The wood structure that holds up the rail are called bents, and they're placed every 10 to 12 feet apart all the way up the mountain. Are numbered. You can see we're going by number 460. They're numbered all the way up to the top of the mountain, and that is so we know where we are on the mountain at all times. With clouds and you can't see but maybe 10 feet in front of your face, you can always see one of those bends to know exactly where you are. That way, if there's a problem and we stop, we can radio in our location, or if there's some maintenance items necessary on the tracks, we can radio in exactly where they are. Now, back in the day when Sylvester Marsh designed the railway, he didn't have a whole lot of technology. And that is why our track system is entirely above ground, not built at all. It was made entirely by whatsoever. Trains at the times were the mid-1800s. There wasn't a lot available other than most of the timbers were sourced here on site at the base station, where they had a sawmill, and they cut the timbers there and brought them up the mountain on the front of the locomotive. At the top of the mountain, surface, and that prohibited the use of actually digging into the ground surface itself by hand, as well as it's mostly granite. We are known as the granite state after all. It's very difficult to move those large boulders.
I'm taking a video.
Now we are going back onto the single track. We began our journey at around 2,700 feet in elevation, and we end at 6,288 feet at the very peak of the mountain. Now, Mount Washington is today is actually an extremely nice day up on Mount Washington. We expect snowfall every month of the year. There are 3 days a month that we get wind speeds of over 100 miles per hour, and 1 day per month that we get wind speeds of over 150 miles per hour. Our record wind speed in the world that's observed by man was 231 miles per hour here on Mount Washington. It is the top 5 dangerous mountains in the world. There are deaths here every year as people underestimate this. Now, unlike mountains, where the tree line is a little bit. The reason being is due to the weather conditions on the mountain. The growing season is so short, plants and animals cannot survive up there. As well as the soils are not conducive to growing. It's mostly granite and rock. It's very difficult. If we look straight down outside of the windows, you'll see some beautiful black sand underneath us here.